with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
Good morning, good morning. Hi, everybody. It's Friday.
It's Friday. It's the end of the week. It's the end of the month.
Yeah, and end of the year. Let me say the year of January. Yes,
the
that is
finale
good.
of America.
Yes, I mean, it's the end of a stint.
Man.
Of a 2-week stint of torture, abuse,
terrorism,
violence, and terrorism.
Domestic terrorist here.
Coming from the leader of the free world, dictator. What happened?
I dropped my last bite.
Ay, Dios mío, yo no liking that.
That'd be the best one.
Dude, that'd be the one you be saving. You eat all around it and then wait that little tiny bite. It's
Alas,
perfect.
I have another half.
Wow. Alas. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back to Spark FM Online. Saucy and Friends in the morning. Number 1 for urban and Caribbean music. We are in the building and it is Friday, January 31st.
Yes.
31st. It's the last day of January.
It's the last
And
day.
the year begins now.
Yeah.
Quick check-in, Miss Tony. ¿Cómo estachos? ¿Qué te pasa?
I'm a stacho okay. Last night was an interesting night. We learned spelling words with the young man, and he was spelling good word adaptations, behaviors, mimicry, camouflage.
Oh, good.
Things like that. And then that was he was learning them, and that was nice because I had to go, anyway. Whatever. I'm good. Life's good. I slept well. I started watching last night Paradise, which is an interesting little show. It's very
How
interesting,
far
isn't
did you get into it?
I watched all three of the opening episodes.
Oh, I only got to maybe 15 minutes into the first one. Not because I didn't want to watch it. It was just I was distracted.
Yeah,
by everything.
it's an interesting little show. It's very interesting.
What's Paradise?
The president in that is Trump-esque. Is Trump?
You think so?
I don't know.
It's my guy.
From the first episode when he was kind of talking to the man, and it seemed like a lot of people don't like him. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't gotten too deep into it.
I don't know how to talk about the show without.
Well, let's not.
Yeah.
That's too new.
It's very interesting because it's not. When I first started watching it, I was like, oh, this, and then when I started watching it, by the end of the first episode, I was like, oh,
this,
like that. So it's different, but it's a very interesting watch. I think it's Sterling K. Brown. I mean, protect that man. He's a hell of an actor. So that and yeah. Aside from that, everything else is cool. Everything else is suavemente. Everything is copacetic.
Suavemente, oy.
Tranquilo.
Bésame.
Simpatico.
Simpático.
Words like
I'm
that.
about to follow this place. This page is called Work From Home Jobs and Resources.
Oh yeah, I follow her. I follow a whole bunch of work from home.
Oh, do you? Do these work from home jobs be really available for you to work from home?
I don't know. I've never done the path to see what it is, but the people who claim that they work from home via those things be making some money, $10,000 a week and all kinds of
I'm
things.
about to make that.
You
I'm about
know?
to make that.
You do what? What's the job?
I don't know, like
There's mad of them.
customer service for some places, booking airlines, some of them like Amazon type things, like all kinds of whatever. But yeah.
She says the best work from home companies to work for are. I don't like all the talking. Just tell me. Just tell me. There's Miro.
Tell me what you want.
And then you, Tristan, how you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. Looking forward to the weekend. It's been
Any
a long
plans?
week.
Any plans for both of you? What about you, Tony? What are your plans?
I'm going to Valentine's Day tomorrow. I'm hoping to attend the day party for her on Sunday. And that's my plans. That's it.
What about you, Tristan?
Anybody want to take me to dinner? I always available to eat.
I'm not. Oh, tonight we're going out to. Tonight is Armani. Inside of Unity, and then tomorrow.
Where's that? What is he? Was Imani?
He's a dancehall artist.
Armani at Unity.
Armani, you know the guy.
Yes, I don't know him, but I've been seeing, the things.
Yeah, so tonight we're gonna go out for Wuck Them's birthday.
Oh wow, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Wuck Them Teddy.
And then might step out tomorrow. Might step out.
No, log on and step on. No, not sing that one. Well, I mean at this time, that's how we're log on and step on. Can't sing those kind of things anymore.
Just say log on. That's it. Stop there.
Step on Trump.
Hi.
Step on him. I wonder how come. Where are all the? They in Jamaica, so they not worried about us. But where are all the conscious reggae artists that want to sing about Babylon and the things that we are see? Where is the modern day Bob Robert Nesta Marleys? Where are those to sing in front of a crowd at Woodstock and to bond them and unite them? Where's Chronix?
Yeah, it's Chronix.
But where is him?
I don't know.
That's what I haven't heard from Chronix in a while, and I love Chronix.
Wasn't we supposed to go see him in concert last week?
No, that's Conscience. No. That's the next one. Who was it? See?
There's a Chronix and a Conscience.
There's a Chronix and a Conscience.
Mm.
We were supposed to see Cranium.
Cranium.
Too many of them got to see.
Cranium keeps on rescheduling his event. Cranium don't know what him want to do. But we'll see. Wagwan fam, Pastor Troy. Hello, Opal. Mike Nice. What is today, Mike Nice? Fired up Friday and Effery. It is F-Word Friday today.
Yeah.
So that's when the show takes a little whatever. We do have a quick interview that will be stopping in today to talk to you guys about another lottery for low-income housing. These people are trying to get y'all into homes. If you're not applying, don't complain about not getting no low-income housing. Shit. Schneider says I saw Chronix with Lauryn Hill and Nas at the Seaport Pavilion. Wow, that must have been an amazing concert.
Wow.
Did Lauryn Hill show up?
What time did you get there?
Yes.
Lauryn Hill and Nas at the Pavilion. That's crazy.
Just Chronix and Nas together
That's
could have been
a show.
Amazing.
And Lauren, when she does her thing, she does her thing.
Yeah.
That one time she did her thing.
One time that we went to
time.
Busta Rhymes and her. That was a great concert.
That was amazing.
Amazing. That was my first concert. Anywho, let's
We saw Usher out there too, didn't we?
Usher.
Back in the day.
Back in the day. We
Yeah.
sat far. I think I remember that.
Yeah. Don't matter. We still saw.
Exactly. And that's the problem. I'm going to go to Glorilla. Glorilla is coming up and
Yeah, Glow.
Glorilla and Cardi B are two ghetto concerts that I probably would risk a little bit of my life to go and witness in person.
No, I think I would too.
Yeah, like that'd be fun. I would wear, I would definitely Vaseline up, make sure that my wig is secured, put on a little sneaker outfit, something runnable, something loose, something,
I feel like those concerts would be full of baddies who are bad and can fight but won't fight
because both of them is very like, I will, but I won't. Because I got on my expensive earrings. Yeah, not today. I got on my Prada.
Yeah, like that.
I went to Canal Street. I got on my MCM down to the flow. Don't talk to me.
I know. I need to go to Canal Street, get a full Gucci suit.
Yes. Gucci suit. Gucci suit.
For the
Just in this gold, cheap down in Trinidad.
It's gold?
Yes.
Gold.
Not gold. I know the gold is cheap. I snatched one of those up.
Not necessarily.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it's how they make it.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want a big. I'm leaving there as Gary Bantan.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how, but I'm going to. Yeah, like a big medallion chain. I want one of those fat bangles.
Oh, well,
yeah.
I went with a clasp.
Yes,
Locked.
yes.
Yeah.
I definitely am coming back with some type of
Big
type of
With
bracelet.
my name on it.
Yes,
Not this
that
little
says
$2 thing that I got
I
here.
wanted to say Gary, but well, not him. I wanted to say hot sauce. That's all.
In diamonds.
A dot me saying one diamond in the middle.
One big ass diamond. Crazy. Ridiculous.
Anyhow, with that said, we're going to get started in this show because we got a lot of grounds to cover today. We didn't get even to the entertainment news yesterday. But we know we got a full program today, a full program. So with that said, let's get started. Saucy and Friends officially starts right now.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
What is this, Doctor?
This is
Well, Spark of New England, Spark FM.
bringing the heat back to the airwaves.
Turn us up.
All right.
Let's take a look.
You're listening to Spark FM online.
Hey, you don't net.
I like that.
Hey,
song.
you don't net. And you don't net. Yes, sir.
Church.
Today is Friday. It is going to rain later today. It's going to be a high of 43 degrees, a low of 31. There's a 99% chance of rain. I'm surprised it's not raining right now.
It's a little misty out there.
Rain high 43, wind southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chance of rain is 100%. It's not even 99. It's going to rain. Rainfall around 1/4 of an inch, so not too crazy, but it's going to rain.
Yeah. it's all right.
Do it say what time? let me-
Look on your weather app.
So let's see. It's going to start raining around 12 o'clock with a 40% chance. It's definitely going to be raining by 1 o'clock. So it looks like between 12. Oh, all day. My bad. Sorry. Excuse me. So between all day. It's going to rain all day. Starting from 12. You'll feel something and then it will go throughout the day. Saturday is supposed to snow. It's a 90% chance of snowing tomorrow. We're going to reach a high of 34 and a low of 12. And then Sunday is a 45%. Oh, from Saturday to Monday, we're going to get some type of snow in some way or form. And Monday's going to be a warmer day of 44 degrees.
Snow?
But, yeah, snow.
Oh,
so rain
no.
today, snow for the next 3 days. And then we should have some, just regular cold ass weather. That sucks. So it looks like y'all better stay inside. All the women's getting a little makeup done and things as such. Make sure you got a little hat. Make sure you got on a little, something on your head to protect your face and different things.
A veil.
A veil.
You know what they do have online? Those little fancy rain hats that they have.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
with the face mask.
And then you
part?
take them off and shake your
and
hair
you
out.
shake your hair
Yeah.
out. Yes, exactly. You know exactly the one.
That's the one, because I've always wanted to do that.
Me too. What do we have? News. The news is newsing
The
here.
news is newsing. So it's time for our Around the Way news. Let's find out what's going on closer to you and in your local area. Talk to things, 617-272-3387. Let's get it going. Let's go.
Sorry. I'm going through Hempress has decided that she's going to send us lots and lots of news every day. And so I'm looking at
Hi,
the
Hempress.
Hempress. She's such a great help. What is going on in the Boston City town where we live at? The place that you call home. Former scholarship student leaves $50 million to a private school. Late John Mitchell's request to Northfield Mount Hermon will endow need-based scholarships, expand support for faculty, and back a range of programs. John Mitchell left $50 million to Northfield Mount Hermon to endow need-based scholarships and to expand support for faculty and programs at his Gilmass boarding and day school. Mitchell was a former president of Pfizer Global Manufacturing, where he led manufacturing operations for the pharmaceutical giants, human healthcare, consumer healthcare, and animal health products division. And that was really nice of him.
That was nice. I wonder why nobody can leave me a little $50 million.
I mean, just
Where is this school?
what did I say it was?
Northfield Mount Hermon?
Yeah, what's that?
That's in Massachusetts?
Apparently, it's in Massachusetts. It's in Gill, Mass. I never knew there was a Gill,
the hell is
Mass.
that?
I knew there was a Gil Math.
Did you know? Do you know?
I
that?
only know Hull.
Something happened in Hull the other day, too.
Oh, really?
There's something crazy happened in Hull. I forget what it was. Northeastern changes its DEI website after Trump's executive order.
Go Northeastern. That's what I'm talking about.
I'll tell you one thing. If I don't have to hear DEI again for the rest of this week after today, I'd be very, very, very happy. I don't want to hear it next week either, to be honest with you. But, hey, I'll take it one day at a time.
What they did with DEI is what they did with woke. How they made woke seem like it was, the leftist. I think they keep changing us, like from Spark Nation to, Nation Spark. They just keep on changing how they gonna call us a nigga.
Oh.
I do believe that in my heart. That's what they doing. Well, go ahead.
So what do you think they're calling us now?
DEI.
Oh, they're calling us DEI.
Yeah.
It's true.
Before they was calling us woke. Now they're calling us DEI. It's just a new way every time they reinvent the N-word to mean something else when it comes to the advancements of others.
That's an interesting observance.
Yo, DEI.
That's-
F you, DEI.
They do say that. They said that to Carla. Northeastern University appears to be the first higher education institution in Boston that has altered their messaging around diversity, equity, and inclusion policies after President Donald Trump issued an executive order affecting certain colleges and universities.
This is what you were saying yesterday. Why the hell you have to tell anybody no? If you was going to do that, just friggin' change it, send out a memo. Oh, but maybe they did and the news got it, but go ahead.
Trump signed the order ending illegal discrimination and restoring merit-based opportunity, which dismantled DEI initiatives within the federal government and targeted private sector policies, including at colleges and universities with endowments over $1 billion. The order specifically calls for the end of DEI for recipients of federal grants and contracts, while it also threatened investigations of the private universities and colleges. The American people have witnessed firsthand the disastrous consequences of illegal, pernicious discrimination that has prioritized how people were born instead of what they are capable of doing, the order read. Wow. In Massachusetts, there are 13 institutions with endowments of at least $1 billion, according to the Boston Business Journal, including Northeastern, Harvard, and Massachusetts Institute of Technology. As recently as January 24th, Northeastern's website of Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion was at diversity.northeastern.edu. That link now redirects to belonging.northeastern.edu.
All lives matter.
Which is a sparse website titled Belonging at Northeastern without any mention of the office. The page also includes a link to the Presidential Council of Belonging, which appears to be the same as the now gone Presidential Council of Diversity and Inclusion. So belonging is a synonym for inclusion, isn't it? Yes.
Yes.
That's cute.
But I mean, it is the belonging is the all white matters version of DEI.
All lives matter, yeah.
Yeah. You didn't have to say any of that. You didn't have to tell any of that. If it's based off of merit, this is why it's making me mad. It can't be based off of merit. I want them to say it's based off of racism. If they're going to take off DEI, just put in the real word. Racism and sexism. It's based off of isms. It's based off of how I want to feel when my white ass walk into a room. I want to see people that look like me only. That's what it should be. I don't know why we're trying to change, why we put lipstick on a pig.
Why? Say that.
Because that's exactly what it is. I'm going to change the clothes on my pig so you can't tell that it's a pig. It's a pig.
It's a pig. It's a pig.
By making racism by making belonging be the new language of racism, it's piggish. And I don't like it. And we don't eat pork.
Do police officers get free coffee at Dunkin' Donuts?
No.
Okay.
Perhaps a donut, but not a coffee.
Oh, okay. There was mad of them in there this morning, and they were getting in and out real quick. And I was like, "What are they just getting?"
They called and ordered ahead because they don't want to. They don't want to have to arrest nobody at that Dunkin' Donuts down there for piss poor behavior and bad attitude. You want to tell them about your story?
No, I was just thinking because you said all lives matter, and I was thinking about the Blue Lives Matter, and then I went into the police thing. That's how my brain works, like this.
Wow, this is ninja brain.
Rapid fire.
What's next?
6 people from Boston area skating club among the DC plane crash
Damn,
victims.
6 of them?
Director says, we now know that there's 67 perished in that accident, or accident. We have to say it with the quotes because that's sketchy AF. The skating club of Boston lost 2 young skaters, their mother, and 2 highly regarded coaches, its executive director said on Thursday. 2 local teenage figure skaters, their mother, and 2 decorated skating coaches from the Boston area are reportedly among the 64 people feared dead. It's now been upgraded to 67 after an American Airlines jet collided with the U.S. helicopter Wednesday in Washington, D.C. Doug Zagibi, executive director of the Skating Club of Boston, identified the skaters as Spencer Lane and Jenna Hahn, who were on the plane with their mothers, Christine Lane and Jin Hahn. Also on board were club coaches Evangia Shishkova and Vadim Nuamov, a couple who won the pairs title at the 1994 World Championships and competed twice in the Olympics. Do you have a story? No? Oh, okay, go ahead.
Here goes the clip.
The rink was empty at the Skating Club of Boston today after 6 members from this elite figure skating community were killed aboard the American Airlines flight that crashed near Washington, D.C. last night. Doug Zegheib is the CEO.
Our rink is eerily quiet. Coaches are not coming in. Kids are not coming in. I think everybody's mourning privately.
The club is mourning the loss of 13-year-old Gina Hahn and 16-year-old Spencer Lane, 2 up-and-coming skaters. Hahn's mother, Jin, and Lane's mother, Christine, were also on the plane, along with their children's coaches, Vadim Nomov and Jenya Shishkova. Douglas Lane lost his wife and his son.
Was just loved by everyone, from the adults running the club to the smallest skaters to the people that are, competing for a shot at the Olympics. They all just adored him.
Their Russian-born coaches, Shishkova and Nomov, were married. They won the pairs title at the World Championship in 1994 and competed in the Winter Olympics twice. Their son Maxime, a competitive figure skater for the U.S., was not on the plane.
They grew up in St. Petersburg. They learned a very traditional Russian style of skating and training. That is something they brought here.
Today, former Olympic ice skater Nancy Kerrigan, an alumna of the Skating Club of Boston, came to the training facility to lend her support.
The main lesson I think learned in skating is you get back up. Keep on trying, and even when it's hard, you get back up.
This is not the first time tragedy has struck this club. In 1961, the entire 18-member U.S. figure skating team was killed after their plane crashed as it was landing in Brussels. Almost half the plane's passengers were members of the Skating Club of Boston, according to the CEO.
I'm right here.
Paul George was part of the club, but was still competing at the junior level, so he was not on the plane.
Oh, in 1961, I said.
In 1961.
Jesus, God, that is awful. First of all, I would not skate for them, and second of all, I would not get on a plane with them.
Yeah, buddy, not me.
Not
I'd
no
be like,
more.
I'm simply superstitious.
Writings on the wall.
Yes, that's the word, right? Okay.
Condolences to those people.
Oh,
Yes. Yes,
You
condolences.
could chastise us off air, Tristan.
We're terrible.
Nice. Child seriously burned at North Shore Hotel turned migrant shelter. Oh, God. I don't want to hear the word migrant again.
These are what we're going to hear.
The toddler suffered first and second degree burns on her face. An 18-month-old child suffered severe burns at a migrant shelter on Tuesday night. A hot liquid left some first and second degree burns on the toddler's face.
Oh, no.
The incident occurred at the Holiday Inn in Peabody, which has been repurposed to house migrants. Why they don't just go...
So the places that they're housing migrants, they didn't go get them first
That's what I'm thinking. That they, like that the ICE would just...
I thought that's what...
Sweep that.
I thought that those would be the first thing.
Right. Yeah. Because of a language barrier, Dowling said responders were unsure of the type of liquid that caused injuries. The child was transported to Mass General Hospital. Her current condition was not made public. The incident remains under investigation. That's what I was thinking yesterday, because I remember you said that the girl said that if you came here illegally, that is illegal, and therefore you are automatically
you are a criminal.
A criminal, right?
Yeah. So no matter who you are, man, woman, or child, you come here illegally. That's an illegal criminal act. Therefore, you're a criminal. So
and the people who are considered migrants that they are putting up into these shelters, they are definitely here illegally.
Well, no. Not necessarily, because remember, they are given work permits or something in order to work. So they can be hired by, local businesses and stuff, because we know of a business who does hire migrants so that they can make a living. So they are technically they're illegally here, but have permission.
Illegals?
Legally blonde?
Legals. I don't know. Bird flu warnings posted in parks closed in some Massachusetts communities, and we talked about that yesterday. A person has been hospitalized after Boston police respond to reports of shots fired. The Boston police are now investigating this fatal shooting, which occurred in Mattapan last night. Police responded at 10:30 p.m. to a radio call for a person shot at the intersection of Morton and West Selden Streets. Oh, it's right there. Well, en route officers were informed by Boston EMS that they had already arrived at the scene and were transporting a victim to Boston Medical Center for further evaluation. The victim, who was not identified, later died. Few details have been released. However, crime scene tape was seen, and investigators appeared to be focusing on a silver sedan. Investigators were also seen at Mount Bowden Terrace, focusing on a dark-colored car. The news will have more information when it becomes available. Mount Bowden Terrace isn't nowhere near that, so how they get all the way over there?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
No.
Where is Mount Bowden Terrace?
I'm assuming it's over there Bowden
by Mount Bowden.
Yeah.
It might be around there though, because around
what
there
makes a terrorist?
Around there got all them terrorists.
Got a lot of terrorists over there. Terrorists.
Here goes the footage from
10:30 last night on West Selden and Morton Streets. There also appears to be a second crime scene on Mount Bowden Terrace. Police say there are no further details about the victim or the suspect.
Yeah, we don't know where that is.
Well, y'all ain't told us nothing.
Not a damn.
Well, that's. Thank you for telling us that something happened.
I hate those stories. Like, for what?
Mayor Michelle Wu announces passage of groundbreaking net zero carbon zoning. And
what that mean?
I don't know. Boston becomes first city in the country to require new buildings to achieve net zero carbon emissions standards upon opening. So Mayor Michelle Wu announced the approval of an amendment to the city's zoning code by the Boston Zoning Commission to include net zero carbon NZC zoning. This new zoning will introduce decarbonation requirements for development projects that accelerate progress in the city's goal of being carbon neutral by 2050. Additionally, it will help Boston lead in the transition to a sustainable, low-carbon future for both building materials and energy. Under NZC, most new large buildings permitted and delivered will emit net zero carbon emissions from the day they are open. And that's the carbon footprint?
I guess.
It says most new large buildings permitted in Boston will be required to emit new net zero carbon emissions from the day they open.
Yeah, what that mean?
I don't know what net zero carbon is.
Cyber.
No, it has nothing to do with. I always hear about reducing your carbon footprint, but what is that?
That's what we leave behind, so we could make the environment.
What the hell is Luanda?
Make the environment more.
You know what? Where the hell is Luanda?
Environmentally friendly.
Yeah, around the world and here at home, the dangers of climate change are clear and intensifying. To protect families across our neighborhoods and keep our city running, we need urgent action to ensure resiliency for the safety and well-being of all Bostonians, said Mayor Michelle Wu. By embedding sustainability into new projects, we set Boston on a direct path towards a cleaner and healthier future for generations to come. Buildings account for nearly 71% of our community's carbon emissions, and by adjusting operational performance requirements of new buildings, Boston can minimize emissions and its impact on the climate. So what do buildings emit as far as whatever? What is it?
Carbon.
Carbon from the gas in the oil.
So it's
trying
okay.
to reduce that.
Okay, good. Well, good. Thank you. Boston's gonna be under a little dome soon. We're gonna be a little greenhouse.
Boston is a trendsetter. We are taste makers.
I know. We're gonna look up and we're gonna be living inside of a dome, and we're gonna be like, oh my gosh, we in a little biosphere.
That's where we should be.
Yeah.
They should just put Boston in a little dome. Again, anybody doesn't want to be in the dome can get out.
Can come out of it.
You don't have to be in there. But as we're in here, we will mind our business.
Yeah.
We will be happy and we will govern ourselves.
We will govern our own selves.
Isn't that what did we talk? Was that off air or on there? What happened to segregation? Like who? I gotta go back and read.
You were talking about that.
Read my books again.
Yeah.
Who we wanted to be with the white people.
Yeah,
we was like,
oh, we
want
wanted the lunch counter and ride on the bus.
We didn't want because back then we couldn't make our own lunch counter.
Yeah, well, there was white.
But I'm saying that I feel like we should revisit segregation.
I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should revisit
and do what?
Segregate.
Leave us over here.
Some people say that was good around the time because they say that's when the black people were circulating the monies.
Exactly.
Right.
And I feel like now would be the time. They don't necessarily want us.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to go there.
No.
We don't want to go anywhere where we're not accepted and are valued.
Yeah.
So maybe it's time that we do start thinking about two Americas.
Yeah.
One where people are free to live life, and the other where you just go on and be dictated to.
We've already gotten the freedoms that they fought for, basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now they're trying to take it back to where we're just divided in our thinking.
Yeah.
So let's just divide. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
We've got the freedoms to protect us already. Let's now segregate with those freedoms.
We got the businesses.
Right. We've got the businesses. We've got the rights to vote. We've got the rights to da-da-da-da-da. Yes. Okay, let's separate. Y'all go over there. Mm-hmm. If some of y'all want to come over here, that's fine. You invited to the cookout.
If y'all is married to somebody that's over here, you and your children is invited too.
Right.
As long as you be on your best behavior.
It's okay. Like, I wouldn't mind living in an all-black Boston with Michelle Wu and her family. They could come too. But it's okay. Let's not make a big deal about it. Let's not say it. Let's just do it.
Yeah, how do you guys feel about it in the comment section? You guys could definitely call us up and tell us what you think. 617-272-3387. Would segregation be so bad in this day and age and in this point in our lives?
But don't say segregation, just say separation.
No,
segregation. Yeah.
Segregation.
I mean, if we take the model of a HBCU, it is a segregated college that literally increases the value of the students that are going in there to feel culturally accepted, to start their own networks and groups of people that they can grow into, and they literally reach back and help each other. They have their reunions, they are marrying each other, they are building businesses, they are starting business. But just what would be your reason not
your
to?
opposition?
Yeah, what would be your opposition to segregation?
I didn't say I'm opposed to it. I'm not opposed to it at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to it at all.
I mean, yeah. I feel like, more people should start having those conversations. Maybe we need to have a town hall meeting here that says, hey, what is it?
It's not racist. It's separatist.
Yes, separation.
I like it.
It sounds good, but the whites all want to join because we will be lit.
Yeah.
I miss Condom Square and Dorchester being a black mecca. That's what I'm saying. They're going to eventually want to be segregated into our society.
And then they're going to call us racist.
Yes, and that's fine because you can go back to where you came from.
Exactly.
You absolutely could go back. We went back to where we came from. You go back to where you came from.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to integrate in here, you integrate into this liberal conservative, because we want to keep some of the things. We know we want to not be too crazy with the different
Some of
different
these comments.
things and
Yeah.
things, but MLK thought he was leading the people into a burning building. It sounds
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, say what you're saying.
I don't
Say
know
more
what that
words.
yes, Mike Nice. What it mean? I feel like I feel what you're saying, but I don't know if I know what you're saying.
Malika said it sounds good, but the whites will want to join because we'd be lit.
Exactly.
I miss
We
the
would-
Clodman Square Dorchester being
We
black
would
Mike.
be. We would be absolutely the most lit ever. So let's just do it. What would happen if we did? If it don't work, we could just assimilate back.
Yeah.
Just let's try it. Let's start with Nubian Square.
If y'all looking for us on YouTube, the YouTube will be down for a little bit.
Why?
Because we got people that don't listen here.
Oh, we got in trouble.
So we down on, but you can go to Miss Hot Sauce to you.
Ay,
You
Dios
can go to
mío.
Miss Hot Sauce to you on YouTube. That's still live, up and running.
Ay, Dios mío.
Yeah. That's too bad. Unfortunately,
too bad.
for that. What else do we have here on Wednesday, January 29th at approximately 5:30 p.m.? Officers assigned to the District 4 Community Interaction Team responded to a reported stabbing at the intersection of Warren Street and West Brookline Street in the South End. The incident stemmed from an attempted burglary that escalated into a violent altercation. Upon arrival, officers encountered a male suspect fleeing the scene towards Dartmouth Street. Officers pursued the suspect on foot and apprehended him outside of 156 Warren Avenue. The suspect, identified as 26-year-old Kajan Latney of Malden, resisted arrest and was found with visible blood on his hands. A subsequent search revealed a 5-inch steak knife in his sweatshirt pocket. Officers also noted that Latney had sustained a non-life-threatening stab wound. EMS was called to provide medical assistance. Simultaneously, additional officers responded to 177 Warren Ave, where they discovered a male victim suffering from multiple non-life-threatening stab wounds. Boston EMS transported the victim to a local hospital for further treatment. The investigation was determined that Latney had allegedly followed a female victim to her residence, grabbed her from behind, and covered her mouth to prevent her from screaming. When the victim's husband intervened, a struggle ensued, leading to the stabbing. Latney was transported to the local hospital for further treatment of his non-life-threatening stab wound while in police custody. He's expected to be arraigned on multiple charges, including breaking and entering, armed burglary, assault with a dangerous weapon, and assault and battery.
Wow.
Bad brute.
Boy.
He's a bad brute.
What is wrong with people? And it's, oh my God, I want to
Shout out to our husband, though.
Yeah, good for her. That's what husbands are supposed to do.
You
Not
supposed to
get
protect and
stabbed,
serve.
but protect your wife like a good husband should.
Bring something to the table.
She.
Protection.
And that, my good people, is the local news for today. I feel like there's something else, but I don't know what it is. Do you know what it is?
No. Let's see. We're just gonna make a roundup. Make sure that we're getting all of the most interessante things that you fresh crop of.
Well, look at this. This is a feel-good story for the day. Do you want to do that?
Go for it.
Police officers responding to 911 calls show up at the caller's doorstep with treats for a heartwarming reason. Oh, an act of kindness can leave an impact of a lifetime. The Boston Police Department became a prime example of it when they shared a video of two officers showing up at a stranger's door with some treats. The man had dialed 911 and these officers arrived at the scene to address his request. Instead of medics, first responders, and other equipment, the officers showed up with a cupcake instead.
Oh, that's beautiful.
The 25-year-old called 911 with a special request to have someone wish him on his birthday. We didn't believe it at first. We kind of thought it was a joke. So once we were able to verify that it was his birthday, well, everyone has one birthday, so everyone deserves to feel special on that one day. When all was verified, they drove and showed up at the man's doorstep, and what followed was a heart-melting conversation. The officers first knocked on his door empty-handed as if it was a casual check. "What's up, pal? How are you?" one of the officers said, and the other young man was confused and worried. Afraid he was in trouble for making the call, he was shocked to find out that things were just the opposite. The officers engaged in a pleasant conversation with the man and asked him whether it was his birthday. After he responded,
He was
with,
an
"Yes,
immigrant?"
sir." No.
Oh.
One of the cops presented a cupcake and started lighting the candles arranged on the same. "We tried to light candles for you, man, but the wind blew them away," the officers noted. And that is so nice. They brought him a cupcake on his birthday as he was just feeling lonely.
Yeah, that's good. That's wonderful. Hyde Park man jumps into race for mayor. Look to have a Roy Owens vote locked up.
Oh, nice.
Jaha, or Jay Hughes of Hyde Park, this week filed paperwork with the state that will let him begin raising funds to run for mayor this fall against incumbent Mayor Wu and likely Josh Kraft. Hu's platform includes barring transgender youth from sports, ending what he thinks is a Scrooge of transgender story hours in Boston schools, and barring the displays of both gay pride and Black Lives Matter flags in Boston schools. Although he would also prohibit Confederate flags in local schools, Hughes says he has nothing against trans people, but it is my right to not participate in their lifestyle. I do not use pronouns. I call people as I see them. I do not follow illusions.
Oh, he might as well go ahead.
Hugh would also end what he says is the way the city spends millions so illegal immigrants can live high on the hog, especially people practicing pregnancy tourism. While real Americans are forced to ration their medications, cut back on food purchases, lower their thermostats, and struggle to pay for daycare, companies would have to show papers to City Hall that all their employees are real Americans. The Boston police will be given the duty of detaining criminal illegals and turning them over to immigration and customs enforcement agents.
I wanted to, well, that's interesting. Thank you for telling us about that. Yesterday, my day was made by my sister, and I wanted to share it with you guys, but I'm not sure if it's gonna work. I pasted the link into the thing. Is it working? No? Mm-hmm. Because you're on my page, so good. So yesterday, I found a little meme yesterday, and it said, send this to your sibling, text your siblings, and tell them to do this dance if they love you. And so
you gotta play the music.
You gotta play the music. So I texted it to my sister, and
it's me.
And minutes later, well, yes, she's my only sister. And minutes later, I received this. So I'm gonna share it with. We're gonna share it with you guys.
And I was just watching. I was sitting there minding my business, and I saw it, and I said,
okay, here we go.
Challenge.
Text your siblings and tell them to do this dance if they love you. So this is and here is Hot Sauce, my sibling, because she loves me. And look at the dog.
Go
Text
back.
your siblings and tell them to do this dance if they love you.
Yeah. And look at my dog.
Look at the dog. Day status made. Thank you, sister and Sparkle, for that. That was the best.
We had a good time. I didn't even think twice. I just got up and started going. And I was like, oh, look at this hater.
That is the local news.
And when we come back from a commercial break, we'll be getting into a lottery that is happening here that we want you guys to know about first.
Breaking news.
You know about first. DJing has been banned. Good. This is one thing I agree with. Sign the order. DJing and podcasting should be banned.
No. Speaking of podcasting, I got a story in for the national news.
Okay.
Let's get it. Let's go away and come back, because I got a good story for the national
news. Go away and come
back.
We'll be right back. Spark FM Online. Saucy and Friends in the Morning.
You are now listening to Spark FM.
JP Morgan Chase is making a global commitment to break down barriers to drive inclusive economic growth all over the world. We believe there is a pressing need to help more people move up the economic ladder. That is why we are investing in communities and people to create an economy that works for all, because no community should be left behind. Right here in Boston, we're focusing that work in Dorchester, Roxbury, and Mattapan, among other neighborhoods, on improving financial health. These efforts aim to address the key drivers of the racial wealth divide head-on. We're here to empower individuals, families, and small businesses by connecting them to the tools that build generational wealth and a long-lasting legacy. Chase is investing in Boston. Chase is investing in you. Visit us at the Mattapan branch at 1617 Blue Hill Avenue, where the team is waiting to help.
Want to give your baby a head start? Get the best protection against flu and COVID-19. Because their immune system isn't fully developed at birth, babies need additional protection. When you get vaccinated while pregnant, it can keep you and your baby from getting sick. As they get older, This can result in more time in school and daycare for them, and more productive time at work for you. Vaccines are safe and effective for children as they grow. No matter where you are on your pregnancy journey, flu and COVID vaccines can boost your and your baby's natural defenses and protect your family. Stay up to date with your vaccines. Stay healthy. Talk with your trusted healthcare provider today. Brought to you by the Boston Public.
Did you get a call or message that mentioned Social Security that made you feel threatened or scared? That is not the Social Security Administration. Social Security will not threaten you, press you for personal information, or demand instant payment. Social Security does not accept payments by gift card, prepaid debit card, internet currency, or by mailing cash. Criminals use these forms of payment because they are hard to trace. Don't fall for it. Hang up, ignore them. Report this criminal activity to oig.ssa.gov.
Spark FM.
I know you nasty. She be touching on her own body.
Igniting the airwaves. Spark FM.
Said she wanna take me away. Said she wanna take me away. Said she wanna show me the way.
Join us on Facebook and Instagram at sparkfmonline.com. Turn us up. Spark FM.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
I like this song. I don't know what it is. Oh. I just wanna be your man. I just wanna be your. I'm stalling. I'm just stalling because Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. So we are here back in the building. How y'all doing on this fine Friday day when all that is well and all that is bell? All right, can I stop stalling now? Okay. Like I said, we have another special guest for you, and we are bringing in all of the experts around housing because we talk about housing so much all the time that we want you guys to be in the know and be some of the first to understand how housing lotteries work, what you have to do to get into, who you gotta speak to, and all the things. Today, she's not new to a lot of you guys. Many of you guys know her from around the city. She does this all the time. You also can find her on your local news channels and selling homes and buildings and all kinds of stuff. We want to welcome to the Spark FM and Spark FM Nation, Britt Johnson, Boss Lady News. How you doing, girl?
Hi, how are you?
Hi, coming in all professional, holding the headphones. I see you, honey. Britt, welcome to Spark FM. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. You know, it's not snowing today, so I'm happy.
It's gonna.
It's not snowing right now.
It might later on today. But yes, tell us in your own words who you are and what do you do for the city?
Yeah, so I am Boss Lady News, Britt Johnson, and my passion is financial education advocacy, and my goal is to really encourage people throughout the community to get comfortable talking about money, comfortable talking about building generational wealth, and really look at what sacrifices they might need to do to get into home ownership. Don't wait, right? We never accomplish anything by waiting. Mm-hmm. And it's time to kind of make moves that we might not have expected we had to make. We have a new president. And this president's goal is not to give out government funding to people. So we have to get things while we can right now.
And so what, like in one of the things that people always want to know is like, What exactly? What's the housing market looking like right now? Is it a good time to buy, sell? Where are we? Because I don't know any of the terms. I don't know what I'm talking. What I'm
yeah. So
See, you might have to start from the beginning. I know you came here for one thing, but I think because you're here,
Right.
we take advantage of you right now.
I'll take it.
Yes.
Okay, so is it a good time to buy? It's always a good time to buy if you can, right? A lot of people are weighing the interest rates versus purchasing properties, and there's this misconception that properties are going to go down in price, and that's just because people don't really understand how people price property.
Okay.
Right? No one's going to put the value of something lower than what they believe it to be.
Yeah.
And what many real estate agents should do for any of their clients is called a comparative market analysis. And that CMA allows a person to see, like, based off of the property you want to purchase, what are the properties in that area selling for?
Okay.
That way they have a more realistic idea on whether they should offer the asking price, offer something below the asking price or above that asking price.
Okay.
Right? And most people that look like me, I'll say, want to offer something less, right?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to pay more for something.
You want a discount.
Right? You want a discount. We do. All day, every day.
Yes.
But the fact is, we have to look at how are things selling in the area. If things are not selling at a discounted price outside of you, then the
You ain't
person
gonna get no
selling,
discount.
they're not going to be looking to give you a discount just
Right.
because they're looking for a sale. So when you hear me say something like they're not looking to give you a discount just because you want a sale, then that should kind of trigger people to think it's a seller's market. Okay.
Makes sense.
The weather can also determine whether it's a seller's market
The
or a buyer's.
weather?
The weather
Really?
can.
Really?
Yes.
Say more.
Yes. So as a person that's also interested in investing in property, I always tell people, like, if you're an investor, you want to probably take a look at purchasing during the winter.
Oh.
Because people who have to sell during bad weather
Yeah.
are doing it for a purpose, right? It's not just because, oh, I want to sell, I want to buy something new.
Yeah.
Some people might be going through foreclosure during this time. Some people might be selling because they're getting a new job in a new location. They might be
Or moving because the winter is sucky.
Right. They
Yeah.
might be moving because they just want to, but they have the power of selling property to make that move. So when it's summertime and it's warmer weather, the market is hot. You have a lot of buyers because people prefer to do the moving when the weather's better.
They're outside walking,
Right?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
coming
say. I could
across
see
houses.
like springtime being a time where people are really looking to buy houses and
Yeah, but not investors.
not
right?
investors.
And so when I kind of talk to first-time home buyers, I also tell them to consider, like, you're not an investor, but when's the best time for you to look at buying?
Okay.
Right? Even though you're not an investor and you might be a first-time home buyer, there's less product on the market. Okay. So I want to step back for a second and encourage people to look at every piece of property on every single street as a product. Okay.
Yeah.
So each one of these products during the winter, there's less product on the market, less people looking to sell. During the summertime and warmer weather, there's more product on the market. There's more houses available for sale. And so when there's less product on the market, you might find a better price. Right? You might find a better
I would
price.
think
I
that
know,
if,
yeah, I
you,
would think that it
if
would
it's
be
less,
more.
it would be more because the demand is high.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
No.
Oh.
No.
So we have.
Yeah.
So to know about the housing market, you need to get in. You can't just assume that it's working the way that our brain would logically think.
Right.
Oh, that's so
Right.
Ooh, that's good.
You have to think different. You
Yeah.
got to think different. You know, I like to often talk to my brothers or my people on the street and tell them if you can sell one thing, you can kind of sell anything, right?
Yeah.
We would imagine.
Oh, I see what you do.
Okay. Okay. when you have more buyers,
Yeah.
right, you get to raise the price because it's hot. It's on the market. It's the in thing. It's what people want.
Okay.
If you had a hot bag, right,
Yeah.
a new bag drops, a new purse drops, some new shoes drop, a new pair of sneakers drop right now.
The more the
price-
demand, the more you can charge.
Yes.
Oh, makes
yes.
sense.
The
Like
higher
it.
the demand,
Uh-huh.
the more you can charge. The lower the demand, if there's less product on the street, then it's not as easy to charge for it if there's less buyers on the street also.
Right.
Okay?
I love
Okay, I
this.
see that.
So now that we kind of have a little overview, there are other options other than just buying market price situations. There are lotteries.
Yes.
Can you break down what a lottery is and how it works? Because I don't know if we've ever asked that question.
Yeah, no.
Like, we know what a lottery is. You enter it, and then you could get picked based on
Right,
whatever.
literally. It's a lottery.
So how
Yeah.
does that work? And how does that work in the terms of housing projects and things like that?
Yeah. And, to any of the gamblers out there, they'll kind of understand this piece, right? So when it comes to a lottery, you're literally filling out an application, putting your name into a bucket, and you're getting a number. And your number could get picked.
And this isn't the lottery.
That's
Yeah.
yeah. So this is literally the lottery, right? You fill out an application, and your name goes into a bucket, and a number is supposed to be assigned to that name. So once that number is called, then if your number is called, right? Because it's still lottery, it's chance, it's 50-50 chance. If your number is called, then they put you into a prioritization.
Okay.
So families, of course, get priority over smaller families or over single people looking to purchase. Outside of that, we have to understand that, yes, because it's a lottery, it is less expensive than the market. I'm a lottery owner. My family, our first piece of property was a lottery.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are misconceptions out on the streets is that, okay, I bought this for less, but if I want to turn around and sell it on the market, I got to sell it for less. Like that's not my family being able to build wealth, when in fact it actually is. And we have to change our mentality around it, right? If I bought it at a discounted rate, the family that sold it to me purchased it at a discounted rate. I got the opportunity of buying for less also.
Okay.
If that family had bought it for less and then turned around and said, you know what, we're going to sell it for market, I wouldn't have been able to purchase.
That's true.
You have to consider that lottery ownership is a mentality of paying it forward.
Okay.
It's paying it forward.
Okay. I see.
Okay?
So also too though, when you get these houses in the lottery, isn't there a stipulation that you have to live in the home for a certain amount of time?
And those stipulations are slowly changing.
Okay.
There is legislature that people are a part of the fight. I'm going to shout out Denisha McDonald, of course.
Shout out to Denisha, our village initiative.
Yes. Part of the fight and conversations around changing some of those stipulations. Some of them are really strict, where it's like you have this 30-year promise of needing to live within that property and not being able to pass it down.
Right.
Now those things have changed.
Oh,
you
good.
have like 15-year promises, which feels like a long time, but 15 years goes by like that.
Child, because
You
COVID
know?
was just 5 whole years ago.
It doesn't even feel
Yeah,
like
it doesn't
it.
feel like it.
Yeah.
And crazy enough about it is COVID is a new beginning timeline for people.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Either you were before COVID or you were after COVID
Yeah.
or you were during this storm.
BC.
Right? right. Damn, I didn't even think of that. Before COVID, after COVID. Jeez.
Yep.
Yes. So, with lottery home ownership, you really have the opportunity of, number one, paying it forward. Okay. Number two, yes, there are these promises of you staying within the property. That's also a safety net financially for you.
Okay.
Some people don't financially have the ability to stay within a property within a certain amount of time because they haven't taken one of our financial education workshops.
Yeah.
And you guys offer those?
Yes, we do. And they might need to find their way out. So the goal of lottery homes also is a few different things. People are required to take first-time home buyer courses. Oftentimes, people that are in lottery home programs, especially within our community, are also connected through a financial education workshop or with one of my staff members. Another piece is we connect not just the buyer, but we try to target the entire family so that they understand. The family has to understand
Very
home
good.
ownership.
Yeah.
The young people, parents, stop saying this is my home. You know,
It is my home. Goddamn it.
we have to tell these kids this is our home. They
Very
have to
good.
respect it as their house as well.
Yeah.
That way, when they get older, they understand the value of ownership.
That's my son all the time. You mean our car?
Yes.
You mean our apartment?
Good job. Good job. Make sure you help him out with the gas too on our,
Exactly.
and the car insurance on our car.
Our car. Relax, sir.
That's awesome. So
tell us about momentum.
Yeah.
Yes, memento.
Memento, yes.
Yes, like it's a memento.
Yes.
Yes. So Memento is one of the projects. I hate using that word because it's got such a bad connotation sometimes behind it. But Memento is one of the lottery affordable home ownership opportunities. These are lottery condos. All of the bells and whistles and whistles and features that are modernized, stainless steel appliances, recessed lighting, hardwood flooring. You've got not just a door buzzer, you have a
key code lock.
Key code lock. You have video surveillance within your unit. Someone comes, they ring the doorbell, you see a video pop up of who's actually at the front door waiting for you.
Come through, amenities. Okay.
And this is on 270 Talbot Ave?
Yes, 270 Talbot Ave in Dorchester, Codman Square. And what we have to also realize about stepping back a second, the value of these lottery homes, and if you're able to build wealth through it, is the value of these homes are constantly increasing. So the homes within the area, as those increase in value, lottery homes increase in value as well. You can do a HELOC, which is a home equity line of credit, on a lottery home. You just have to connect with the city to find out and make sure that that particular opportunity is correctly put together. But the wealth building off of a lottery property is possible. And Memento was built for the community in mind. So that's why it's so important that we do try to get the word out there about these. It's everything from studio units to 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, upwards of 3 bedroom. Now it's often easy to get the 2 and 3 bedrooms because we got families that want to get into that ownership space. But we also have a lot of singles and individuals that are not ready to become homeowners because they think it's a family thing, right?
Yep.
But if you're going to be paying $2,000, I'm also a real estate agent, guys. Okay, these are facts. There's studio apartments that are renting at $2,000
when you can own
a
studio apartment for $2,000.
Absolutely.
So in these first of all, this is beautiful.
Yes,
I know.
That's the goal.
That is
I'm doing
nice.
I'm walking through it right now.
You guys can
that is the goal.
Go to Memento on Talbot.com. I believe Tristan might have put it in the comment section already. Take the virtual tour. There are studios, there are floor plans, there are 1 bedroom apartments, 2 bedroom apartments, and 3 bedroom apartments. In these types of situations, so you're living like a condo.
Yes.
It's a condo. And you get your apartment, you live in it, you pay it,
Your
and
mortgage.
everything is yours, pretty
Yes,
much.
yes.
Okay. And what can you do when you own like a studio? You can leverage that for assets and stuff too?
It is an asset.
Okay,
As soon as you own it, it becomes an asset, and it completely changes your wealth, your net worth.
Yes,
Right? We often talk about celebrities' net worth.
Yeah.
Once you own an asset, now you are a part of that conversation as well.
There's a mentality also that when people buy homes, it's been my mentality for a long time that you wanted a standalone home, either a 1 unit or whatever. How are you guys, kind of speaking to people about, educating people on you can definitely have a studio home and still own your home and have that same advantage if you would have a single family? Is there still a lot of stigma around like condo ownership?
Yeah, there's always stigma around condo ownership within our community, though.
Yeah.
You go into other communities and other places, like condos are not a weird thing.
Why is that for us? Has anybody done research about what is wrong with us inside of our head?
Right. We've got financial trauma.
Okay.
There's financial trauma that is
Agreed.
a category of mental illness that we do not discuss. And that is financial trauma. And a lot of the myths around what wealth looks like and how to build it. Right. Oftentimes we don't, most people don't even own their own phones.
Yeah.
Right. It's a part of their monthly plan.
Yeah.
Right. But we really have to think differently when it comes to building our wealth and what is it that we own. If you own a condo, you own your apartment, when you move, and I tell this to all my young people, when you move, you're not coming out of pocket the same way you would as if you were a renter, right? As an owner, you're selling something, you're making a profit, and you're moving with that into your next phase of life. You can do something like a 1031 exchange where you're selling and taking the asset, exchanging that directly into another asset of equal or larger value, and you're only paying the difference there. That's a flip, basically, but not a flip for an investor. That's a flip for a regular person.
So when people sign up for these and say they make it to the next round or whatever, what's the support and the resources like around that? Okay, I got a lottery, now I'm about to be a homeowner. How do you guys kind of,
stay connected?
Yeah, and kind of nurture those new homeowners that, just got into this new situation, might not know how to navigate things too well.
Yeah. So I am very adamant about telling any of my buyers, aspiring buyers, current buyers, and then they are now buyers, let's say senior buyers, to stay connected. You know what I mean? Like, we don't want you to finish this transaction and say deuces. We want you to stay connected. I have one of my clients, he calls me like all the time because he's like, I'm ready for my investment property now. He understood the assignment of at least owning where he lived so that he could figure out what's my strategy into my investment property, right? Most people want to get a 3-family, right? I don't want a condo. I want a 3-family. I want that. But the
I
more
want to sell
we
it
wait,
and make more money off of it.
Right.
Get it.
But the more we wait to get into the market for that ideal 3-family, we're constantly getting priced out of the market. Because there's no strategy put behind it. So our workshops are meant to really strategically put a plan together for you. I know a young lady that purchased her first condo in Randolph. Waited 5 years. My son's 7 years old. I've been in my property now for 7 years. It doesn't even feel like it.
Really?
But her strategy was she purchased her condo in Randolph, kept it for 5 years, had enough money now to buy in Boston. Had enough down payment, because you need 20% for a multi-family, right? Once you're no longer a first-time home buyer. She had enough profit from the sale of her condo, though, to be able to get that investment property. And it only took her 5 years, but it was a plan. We have people that live 2 hours out of Boston just for peace of mind. But people in Boston will bleed themselves to pay a rent that they can't afford. Instead of creating a strategic plan to move out of Boston, if you get out of Boston and you feel like you want to move back, you got the money to do it.
I love, so when just to explain a little bit more about the lottery and how it works, it's based off, these are not affordable home ownership opportunities. Is that also synonymous with low income?
Yes and no, because if you tell someone who's making $60,000 a year that they're low income, but then you also tell them that somebody is making $123,000 a year is low income, it doesn't sound like it's synonymous. But we've got nurses, we've got teachers, we've got doctors, we have police officers that live in the same communities as people that are lower income, but they're still in that low income bracket. And the city has identified that if you're making $120,000 a year, you're still potentially getting benefits. You might be receiving SNAP because it depends on your family size, right? Now we're not just talking about how much somebody's making as an individual. We're looking at what does the income look like for the entire family. If you have a family of 4 or a family of 5 and you're making 120,000, you divide that by how many people are eating and using your utilities, it's a different story. So this is designed for anybody that might have a Section 8 voucher to get into home ownership. Upwards of someone who might be a brand new attorney, you know, working as a defense attorney. That's like, I want to own my own property and start building my wealth also, but my income doesn't get me to the point where I can actually own property. So these lottery homes are built for that.
Basically, the least that you can do to help yourself is to apply to the lottery. Number one.
It doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt at all.
I just applied to it too. Like, I sat here in 30 seconds and just answered the 7 questions. They were a drop down menu. I didn't even have to think about my answers. And just apply. You know, like, whatever. I might get a call. I might not. Multiple choice.
At the end of the day, I never know, because if I get the call, then maybe I'm ready. There is also a virtual info session.
Yes.
Coming up on February 11th from 6 to 7. It is virtual. We will post the actual flyer to this lottery across all of our social media pages so that you guys can have them. But we also want you guys that if you do need to talk to somebody, how do we get in contact? All of those good things.
Yeah. So the simple fact that you just filled that out, right? Yep. You guys just filled that out online. You're going to get a phone call. You're going to get a text message. You're going to get an email.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So someone will be reaching out to you. And the only thing that we ask people to do is respond. Because when you respond, now somebody knows that you're willing to move forward to that next step.
Okay.
And my team member that's going to reach out to you, they're going to, I hate to say hold hands because I know, Dee, I know you don't like it when I say that.
No,
but
hold my hand.
It's something that we innately do.
Yeah.
You know, because we want to make sure people succeed. If
I
you
like
are
to
ready
call it
now-
spoon feeding.
Yeah.
I don't hold my hand. Let me give you this. Lead a horse to water and he will drink.
Hopefully.
And let him not horse him around and he would hopefully drink for himself.
Right. That is the goal. Sometimes they stand there and stare at the water.
Yes, absolutely.
So supportive. Yes, that's exactly it.
What is that?
You know, sometimes they look at that like, is that water though?
Right.
Is it really water?
Because she knew what I meant.
Horse feed the horse and it will drink.
Right.
So you guys could go on to the Memento on Talbot.com, apply for the lottery, find out more information, and definitely contact Britt. Obviously, she is a wealth of information.
Yeah.
And she is always trying to talk to people into bettering their lives.
I am.
I know for a fact. She is a pusher of quality of life. So make sure that you guys, if you have any questions, any concerns, or if you just want, you know, just to talk about it by yourself, to reach out to the people who are literally making sure that the community knows what is happening and what is going on and how you do it. It's a lottery. We have 2 going on right now. So we have Memento on Talbot. We have Bloom on the Ave. You guys, there's no reason why all of our audience members by the end of this year have not applied to one lottery and might have heard back from a couple. We want 3 new homeowners by 2025.
Oh, we'll
26.
We'll put them to the test.
Let's put them to the test.
Oh my gosh, this is so cute.
What?
I'm looking at the
Little
floor
bu-
plan.
yeah.
And it's really just adorable.
Even the studio apartment, which I thought was a little small, but imagine just
the
living
one
by
bedroom
yourself.
is
Yeah.
adorable. I can't wait till my son goes to college.
And we'd be surprised. It's the market is one thing, right? But the reality of how people are living is another thing.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that we've got some of our seniors that are calling me because they're like, hey, do you have a room for rent? You know, we have professional adults that are like, hey, I want to stay in Boston, but I can only afford, honestly, like $1,200.
Yeah.
That's a room for rent.
Yeah.
That's not even a studio apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we think about space right? And what we want to pay for space, but what are you willing to rent for space?
Yeah.
You know, so I really want people to consider, again, starting off, one of the first things I said is, what are you willing to sacrifice? Because the sacrifice can lead the horse to the water, because now they're willing to drink.
Yes, Britt, yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
With that said, people, we do got to go to a commercial break because we got to pay the people bills. But we will be right back in a few moments with our national and world. Actually, we got questions. We got all kinds of stuff going on. Britt, thank you so much for just breaking it down in a way that is consumable to our people. We do appreciate it. And obviously, this is not the last time we'll hear from you guys.
Absolutely not. I'm here for it.
When we talk about housing, we need to get these people in the house. So we need 3 volunteers for home ownership. We'll start that later. We'll put that together. Britt will talk.
Okay. I'm here for it.
Spark FM Online, Saucy and Friends in the Morning. We'll be right back in a few minutes. Keep it locked right here. We'll be right back.
You are now listening to Spark FM.
JP Morgan Chase is making a global commitment to break down barriers to drive inclusive economic growth all over the world. We believe there is a pressing need to help more people move up the economic ladder. That is why we are investing in communities and people to create an economy that works for all, because no community should be left behind. Right here in Boston, we're focusing that work in Dorchester, Roxbury, and Mattapan, among other neighborhoods, on improving financial health. These efforts aim to address the key drivers of the racial wealth divide head-on. We're here to empower individuals, families, and small businesses by connecting them to the tools that build generational wealth and a long-lasting legacy. Chase is investing in Boston. Chase is investing in you. Visit us at the Mattapan branch at 1617 Blue Hill Avenue, where the team is waiting to help.
Praise the Lord, City of Boston. This is Brother Chris right here on Spark FM.
Come on, sing it.
Bringing you Sunday morning worship each and every Sunday morning, 6 to 10 a.m. Let's get our praise on.
Want to give your baby a head start? Get the best protection against flu and COVID-19. Because their immune system isn't fully developed at birth, babies need additional protection. When you get vaccinated while pregnant, it can keep you and your baby from getting sick. As they get older, this can result in more time in school and daycare for them, and more productive time at work for you. Vaccines are safe and effective for children as they grow. No matter where you are on your pregnancy journey, flu and COVID vaccines can boost your and your baby's natural defenses and protect your family. Stay up to date with your vaccines. Stay healthy. Talk with your trusted healthcare provider today. Brought to you by the Boston Public Health.
Did you get a call or message that mentioned Social Security that made you feel threatened or scared? That is not the Social Security Administration. Social Security will not threaten you, press you for personal information, or demand instant payment. Social Security does not accept payments by gift card, prepaid debit card, internet currency, or by mailing cash. Criminals use these forms of payment because they are hard to trace. Don't fall for it. Hang up, ignore them. Report this criminal activity to oig.ssa.gov.
Spark FM.
I know you nasty. She be touching on her own body.
Igniting the airwaves. Spark FM.
Said she wanna take me away. Said she wanna take me away. Said she wanna show me the way.
Join us on Facebook and Instagram at sparkfmonline.com. Turn us up. Spark FM.
What's this? This make make you want to shimmy your shoulders. Shimmy your shoulders. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Saucy in the Morning. We're going to get into the national news real quick, and then we're going to have a little fun after. Saucy's doing something, taking care of business real quick, so we're going to go through this. So very, very interesting things happening. The FDA approves a painkiller designed to eliminate the risk of addiction associated with opioids. So federal officials on Thursday approved a new type of painkiller designed to eliminate the risk of addiction and overdose associated with opioid medications like Vicodin and Oxycontin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration said it approved Vertex Pharmaceuticals' Jornavax for short-term pain that often follows surgery or injuries. It's the first new pharmaceutical approach to treating pain in more than 20 years, offering an alternative to both opioids and over-the-counter medications like ibuprofen and acetaminophen. But the medication's modest effectiveness and lengthy development process underscore the challenges of finding new ways to manage pain. Studies in more than 870 patients with acute pain due to foot and abdominal surgeries showed Vertex drug provided more relief than a dummy pill, but didn't outperform a common opioid acetaminophen combination pill.
A dummy pill is a placebo, right?
Right,
That's
the placebo.
Uh-huh.
But of course it provided more relief than a dummy pill, right?
Yeah.
Right. I don't know. It's not a slam dunk on effectiveness, said Michael Shush of Mayo Clinic, a pharmacist and pain medication expert who is not involved in the research, but it is a slam dunk in that it's a very different pathway and mechanism of action. So I think it shows a lot of promise. So we'll see what happens with that going forward. What I was alluding to before we went to commercial break when we were doing the national news, the White House has to open media access to podcasters and influencers. And there's a clip right under podcast. I mean, it's a what? It's a it could be good, could be bad. Let's see what happens. I don't know. Podcasters and social media influencers will be permitted to apply for credentials to cover the White House, the new press secretary announced on Tuesday. In her first briefing, Caroline Leavitt told reporters that a wider range of individuals will be eligible to apply for White House press credentials.
White House believes strongly in
Hater
First
face.
Amendment, so it's why our team will work
Zero top
diligently
lip.
to restore the press passes of the 440 journalists whose passes were wrongly revoked by the previous administration. We're also opening up this briefing room to new media voices who produce news-related content and whose outlet is not already represented by one of the seats in this room. We welcome independent journalists, podcasters, social media influencers, and content creators to apply for credentials to cover this White House. And you can apply now on our new website, whitehouse.gov/newmedia.
New website?
Starting today, this seat in the front of the room, which is usually occupied by the press secretary's staff, will be called the new media seat. My team will review the applications and give credentials to new media applicants who meet our criteria and pass United States Secret Service requirements to enter the White House complex. So in light of these announcements, our first questions for today's briefing will go to these new media members whose outlets, despite being some of the most viewed news websites in the country, have not been given seats in this room.
That's what's happening. Where is her top lip?
It's missing like her heart. She has zero top lip. She has zero heart. She is just. I almost watched a TikTok about her climb to fame. She's just been, shucking and jiving for her people.
I was looking at her face yesterday, and I was like, something's not right about her face, and that's what it is. She has no
top lip, and her eyes are pretty sunken in. Because that's the aesthetic of the devil.
Oh my goodness!
I'm pretty sure she looks like what Lucifer probably looks like.
What do y'all think about podcasting being the new media?
I think that it's not just podcasting, but social media and social media influencers. And I think that we've seen that become very, very evident just in the election. Joe Rogan won that election for Donald Trump.
And I think so. This is what the problem is.
Yeah.
Is that I don't want it to sound like I'm beating up on the Democrats, but a lot of the strategies that these conservative white people are using to amplify their message, the Democrats for some reason feel like they are beyond that because they must follow the law of the land and the book of the ways, how it has always gone.
Yeah.
It is time to tap into the influencers and the social media content strategists because that is what the other people are doing, and it's winning elections, it's winning favoritism, it's winning seats in the cabinet, it's winning everything. How come we're not adopting that mentality that in order to reach the demographic that is doing the most set of work out here, which is the youth, that we should start inviting them into our places of business and whatever. They keep talking about how the smaller media places are pushing the real stories, but mainstream media is overpowering them. Then to hell with mainstream media. To hell with mainstream media, and you start getting into the shade room, and you start paying Blavity, and you start playing BuzzFeed and whoever it is doing what they're doing. But this what they're doing is trying to fight for the platform or fight for whatever. It's whack and it's soft and it's very pee.
I think the big issue here, and maybe it is, we're moving into a new era, a new time, and however it is, social media influence has a lot of effect on a lot of things. I think the only issue that I really see here is that they're like, we're gonna pick who we're gonna let in here and
based off of merit
and whatever. So they're gonna pick people who are gonna follow their agenda and go along with what they think.
Because that's what we saw. The influencers and the social media content makers is what won the election. Like y'all said, Joe Rogan, the Adam little white boy with the YouTube. These people touch base with their fan base, which is in the tens of millions and we're still like, let freedom ring with a poster outside of the 7-Eleven. Only the people passing the 7-Eleven is gonna see that.
It's I don't know. I don't. Everything that's happening these days is just we shall see.
The man is going to control the government, the presidency, the House, the Senate, the Supreme Court, and the media.
Yes.
That's what we're doing.
We're
saying
that's what
we're gonna lay down
allowed.
Because this is what y'all wanted, and you guys are gonna let them control. And the media and the social media. You guys are gonna let these people control everything that we consume at all hours of the day, every day, 24/7 hours, and expect us to want to go out and fight for freedom.
Right? Yeah.
Just lock me, put me. I'm not gonna be a slave, but just leave me in my house to mind my business.
Yes, exactly.
Give me a $1,200 check every month.
Every month,
I will sit my black ass down and behave.
I will not say that. Yes, massa.
Yes, massa.
Anyhow, court docks in Indianapolis. I don't want to read that. What else? World's only person with a functioning pig organ passes a record 2 months. So we know that there was the man here, Mr. Strotter, who was here that had the pig organ, and he succumbed. But this woman has been living now and thriving. She's gone over 2 months now. So an Alabama woman passed a major milestone Saturday to become the longest living recipient of a pig organ transplant, healthy and full of energy with her new kidney for 61 days and counting. I'm Superwoman, Tawana Looney told the Associated Press, laughing about outpacing family members on long walks around New York City as she continues her recovery. It's a new take on life. Looney's vibrant recovery is a morale boost in the quest to make animal-to-human transplants a reality. Only 4 other Americans have received hugely experimental transplants of gene-edited pig organs, 2 hearts and 2 kidneys, and none lived more than 2 months. If you saw her on the street, you would have no idea that she's the only person in the world walking around with a pig organ inside of them that's functioning. She's black, said Dr. Robert Montgomery of NYU Langone Health, who led Looney's transplant. Montgomery called Looney's kidney function absolutely normal. Doctors hope she can leave New York, where she's temporarily living for post-transplant checkups, for her Gadsden, Alabama home in about another month.
This is interesting because y'all's Secretary of Health RFK.
Did he get confirmed? He hasn't
I
been
don't
confirmed
think
yet.
so.
No.
But
Yeah.
he was on fire yesterday after, I mean, they tore that man apart.
They did. They
They're
tore him
still going to confirm him.
Absolutely.
Because none of that matters.
Yeah.
But he one black senator lady got on him because he said that black people should not be on the same immunization schedule as white people because black people have a superior immune system.
I'm glad he said it.
Nope.
No,
Nope.
I'm glad he said that we have a superior immune system, is what I'm glad that he said.
Nope, not even that, because that is a way to make them not give us essential things that we need for our own body, because this random white man is calling us superhuman yet again.
You
and
know
for
that
superhuman,
his daddy and his uncle is
they
rolling
are,
over.
but that's the problem, is because he's the only one here to have a voice for any Kennedy right now, and that's so dangerous. That's such a dangerous statement to say, that our immune system is so much better that we should be on a different schedule of immunization than everybody else in the world.
Did he really say that?
Yes. He absolutely really said it. And in your first thought, you would be like, oh my God, that is actually cool because we are superior to them.
Yeah.
But they've always thought of us as these superhumans. That's why they're so scared of us. And that's why we should be killed, because we're not regular. And I don't like that. I thought that was very dangerous. And these are the people that Donald Trump wants to put into office in order to what? Give us a different schedule for immunizations, medications, and all kinds of stuff? Well, after we die?
I really hate that everything that I hear about these people who have been nominated to this cabinet, after I hear about anything that they say, I really hate that I have to be like, did that really happen?
Yeah.
Like, it seems all so satirical. It does not seem like there is any seriousness at all about any of the things that I have been hearing about these people that have now been in charge of American lives.
Because
it's
it
really,
seems like
really
a reality
crazy.
show with extra, like when they be like, they didn't have to do all that. But this is what it says. It seems like they're doing all of that in the reality show.
Yeah, that's what I tuned into The View yesterday, and that's what one of the commentators said that, and they was like, because this is a reality show now.
It is.
It's all a reality show.
I
America
said that
has become one big reality show.
I said that in 2016 before he got elected. I said Donald Trump is turning America into a big reality show where the media is literally his playing ground to showcase the drama that happens, the fightings, the wars. This is all a part of his plan, and this is why he's firing people on Twitter.
It's just so not serious.
It's not. It's
not
disgusting.
serious at all. It's idiocracy.
Yeah.
And it's
I gotta
really
go watch that for real.
You have to watch it.
I gotta watch that.
Watch it today is a good watch.
I'm gonna watch
for
it
Friday.
today.
Yeah, it's just so what's happening.
Yeah.
I wonder if they know. Donald Trump probably saw that movie and was like, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make this movie a reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's switch gears for a little bit and get
Yeah.
into our questions of the day. Get away from all of this news bull crap and get into the minds of where y'all are at in society and if I'm going to be your friend still. You can call us up 617-272-3387. Again, 617-272-3387, or jot your comments or concerns or questions down in the comment section. We'll read them aloud. Here is question number 1. I've been with my partner for a while now, and everything is going great, except for one thing: his finances. He's terrible with money, always broke, and doesn't seem to care about anything or everything. Meanwhile, I'm working hard to build my future and manage my money carefully. I'm starting to feel like I'm carrying the financial weight of this relationship. What should I do? Okay. 617-272-3387. 617-272-3387. Call us and let us know. Miss Tony, Tristan, what do y'all think?
I know that financial burdens can become a lot and put a lot of strain onto a couple. This is just her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, just dial back the relationship a little bit. Just, if you can't force anything, and this is not your husband. There is no deep level of commitment here. Although, yes, you may have been together for a while or whatever, but if the relationship is not satisfying you in all ways, then you just gotta dial back. Not saying that you can't be with him. Still be with him. Get what you can get what you get, and that's good out of the relationship. But help him to be more financially stable if you plan to have a future with him. And if it's just it's gonna be a problem for you to complain about, then you need to let him go.
Yeah. How would you do that?
You just be, you put steps into play. Listen, I'd like to help you to be able to be more stable or something like that, or I don't know, word it however you need to word it. But then just, at the same time, more than ever right now, we all need to be about preserving our peace. And sometimes you have to preserve your peace at the helm of other people's feelings. And sometimes you just gotta be like, hey, yo, F your feelings, because
F your feelings.
I got to
feelings.
Yeah, I gotta do what I can for me, because there ain't no sense of two of us struggling when it could just be one of us.
I could do bad all by myself.
Right.
God damn it.
And I can do better without you. So,
Hello.
That's what it is.
One head is better than one. Two.
What?
Question number 2,
you got the sayings today, boy. I'm still trying to figure out that horse one.
I'm a prophet. Toya, the movie was Ridiculousness. What is it?
Idiocracy.
Yep, same thing.
Idiocracy.
Yeah. Some of the blame has to go to Kamala's campaign too. There's a lot though you can go to Kamala's campaign. And there's a lot that I don't know. I don't think there was anything else she could have done.
I don't think that there's any blame to be put on Kamala's campaign, because I don't think that Kamala had enough time to campaign.
Yeah.
She was thrown into this race. She did the best she could. She did an excellent job in the amount of time that she had, and that's that. I'm not blaming anything on Kamala.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta blame this dumb people.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If the Democrats had set that up in the way that it would have supposed to be, her transition into taking over that race could have been a lot more flawless, and she wouldn't have had to. She would have been set up.
She should have had more time.
Yeah, she should have had more time.
Yeah,
that's it.
My girlfriend loves to cook for me, but honestly, she just can't cook. I don't want to hurt her feelings, but every time she cooks something, I struggle to hide my disappointment. I've tried to mention it nicely, but she insists she wants to cook for me. How do I be honest without making her feel bad, especially when she's really passionate about it? Sign y'all up for a little cooking class, a little date night cooking class. Yeah. And maybe, be like, hey, I want to learn how to cook with you or something like that.
Yeah.
And make it a fun experience where you're not telling her food sucks, but actually just kind of helping her improve her food. Because I can see that. I can be like, oh, you don't like it? Cool. I'll never cook for you again in my life.
Yep. And like for me, I'm not a cooker, right? But I will cook for someone or with someone. And if I cook for you, I want to know, does it taste good? What do you think? What do you think I need to improve? Also, throughout the cooking process, make it cute. Keep it cute. Go into the kitchen and be like, oh girl,
let's add some salt.
This smells so good. Oh, let me taste it or something like that, and be like, what would be really good? Or like you suggested, cook together. That's one of the things the last dude I dealt with. That's how we started off our situation. Like, we would cook together. We would have Saturday nights where we would stay in, we'd pick a movie, and then we'd decide a menu, and then we would cook together. And I thought that was really cool. Now, I know my strength is not necessarily in cooking meats that aren't ground. So I was just like, in this area, like, help me out. What do you think that I need to do here? And he would kind of direct me, and I would be open to that criticism. So make it fun, keep it cute. If this is somebody that you value, you can have a conversation with her where you don't have to hurt her feelings. Learn how to communicate to somebody without hurting their feelings.
Patrick, if it's bad, it's bad. In cases like yours, like with you being able to cook, I think that would be a lesson that you can show, somebody too. Right. This is how, let me do it, or let's do it again. Let's just do it together.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I can just be there to see what the foolishness that you're going to do, maybe I can preemptively affect that. Tristan, as a cook, you start dating somebody and she can't cook.
I'll tell you right now, Tristan is somebody that I would not cook for.
Hey,
ever.
Go and sit down.
Ever.
Go.
Hey,
I'll do it.
I'll help you out.
Yeah.
I'll help you out.
I remember one guy that I was seeing one time told me he was cooking for me, and I went and I was like, do you want me to help you? And this is before I started cooking, and he was like, you don't belong nowhere near a kitchen. And that was
okay.
Wow.
Fine.
I'll
Then I
help you
won't.
out. I'll help you out because you got to learn how to cook.
Yeah, you do. And I think
Yeah.
that she's passionate about it. So obviously she wants to be good at it.
Yeah.
Like nobody wants to continue to make nasty food.
Yeah.
So if she's passionate about it, then she most likely is interested in learning how to be better at it.
Right.
And you just got to work with her.
Yeah.
'Cause she seemed like the kind of girl that a lot of you men are asking for. She just don't get it. So,
Right. Yeah.
you know,
you got to
not
be able
me.
to nurture your relationship. And aside from that, the major thing there is learn how to say something to somebody without being offensive.
Yes.
You don't got to be an asshole.
I tell Pastor Troy all the
know.
time, like when he be like, "Oh, I'm just gonna tell it to you raw." No, cook it.
Yeah, and that's
it before you talk to
and
me.
I'm gonna say about Pastor Troy, that's a very Bayesian thing. Bayesian men are very, very raw and come off very, very rude. And I was dating a Bayesian at one time, and I had to tell him, "You're Bayesian, I'm not. So watch how you talk to me before I punch you in your mother effing mouth." So that's the thing. So y'all, especially for y'all Bayesian men, come correct. Or protect your neck.
Where's Larry? Larry, we talking to you as well.
Him?
I'm afraid. I would be afraid to date Larry, okay? Like, oh no, please.
Why would you?
Sorry.
No.
Sorry. I'm sorry, please. And last but not least, I've been dating this guy for a few months, and I really like him. But I just found out he doesn't shower every day, and we have got to... Nope. No. You don't have to... First of all, if you're not going to shower all day, you stay away from people. Unless you're going around your family, because sometimes I don't feel like it. Let's just be real honest. Sometimes I don't feel like it. I don't go around the man, the woman. I go around my people, and I close up. But y'all gotta be I've been dating this guy for a few months and I really like him, but I just found out he doesn't shower every day and his hygiene isn't the best. He says it's no big deal and doesn't understand why I'm bothered by it. I've tried talking to him about it, but he brushes it off. I don't feel comfortable.
He brushes his teeth is what he needs to brush.
Girl, you shouldn't. This next sentence is crazy. I don't feel comfortable going down on him unless we're taking a shower together.
Where you gonna go?
Why are you down there?
Why if ever?
Is this a deal breaker or am I making a bigger deal out of something that's not a big issue? It's a deal breaker. It's a deal breaker, baby girl.
Wow.
Ye have to bathe. And if he wants to have a sexy time and he thinks that he doesn't have to bathe, you guys have a different problem because it's a mental illness.
Yeah.
That you don't want to have clean body parts while you're engaging in sexual intercourse.
No. No. And I literally stopped talking to somebody for the same because I thought that maybe, and I was like, that's not a thought that I want to maybe have about you, and so you're not, like we're just not on the same wavelength. It's not you, it's me.
Because you don't want to be around everybody smelling hoagie. I don't want it. I don't want to smell like. I can understand you come from a long days of work and maybe you stopped at the gym and you a little rank and you got to go bathe. But if you
and that can be a little sometimes.
Before you go, let's go together.
Yeah.
But if you're adamant about not bathing and about regular hygiene as an adult male and or a female, because I do honestly believe that there should be no woman walking around smelling, because I believe that you can smell yourself when you do. So if you are walking around, man or woman, and you have funk attached to you, you have got to stay away from people.
I already told y'all, if a man ever were to tell me that I smelled bad, I would fake my death and never return. Y'all would not see me on Spark FM. Y'all would see me nowhere. I would change my whole identity. I'd get surgery.
Yeah, Pam, we have something called fait toilette. It means, I guess, in English, bird bath and horse bath. Because Schneider brought up horse bath.
Yeah.
I got a song for that.
Even if I bathe and I go to deal with a man, I'm going to at least wash up a little bit. If I go get a wax and just go bathe, before I go into the wax lady, I know I smell nice. I'm just going to go.
Listen, let me tell you something.
Air it out so she don't have no problem.
I may or may not be known to smell like somebody's hand soap in their bathroom. I'm telling you. Because You're not gonna catch me stinking off. No, sir, not at all. And not even that I would stink, but just the thought that I might could. I'm gonna have to go in there and take a little bird bath in your sink. You're gonna see me with my foot all up there. I cannot. Also,
a little moist
and
toilet.
And let's just get into what you said, what you mentioned to alluded to earlier. This is, you have your days where some days I don't really feel like it. It might turn into after midnight, so you didn't take a shower for, the
24-hour period.
24-hour period, right? Okay, that's the case, but don't go around nobody like that. Keep that to yourself or your family members and so thank you.
I got a song for that one time.
Yeah.
Smelly
cat.
This is the smelly cat song.
Literally, smelly cat. That is awful.
And that nobody should ever aspire to have a smelly cat or a smelly bat. Get it? Bat.
Get it.
Change.
That girl's on a roll today. Wow.
And that is our list. That is our songs for today. A bidet. Yes.
Bidet. Songs of bidet.
They should bring back a bidet.
And listen, they do have bidets that you can buy and attach the attachments onto your toilet. They sell them at premium stores. Yeah, it's a little attachment that you attach to the back of your toilet, and it works just to rinse you out. I've seen a lot of people.
Remember the first time you saw a bidet?
Yeah, in Honduras.
In Honduras. I was trying to figure out why they had two
bidet in
bathrooms.
Honduras.
Yeah,
yes.
Our family.
Wow.
So yeah, our aunt had a bidet. You had to go and start the plant to have electricity, but they had a bidet.
And pump the water and boil it.
But there was a bidet.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is these two toilets? I didn't know what it was for.
I was like, oh, it must be the ones that the men's use.
Yes, I definitely peed in the bidet several times. I didn't know what it was. Nobody didn't tell me what it was.
A little bit. A small bathroom.
A small toilet. I peep in a small toilet.
I love the island. Going into our entertainment report. Thank you guys for joining for our question and answer portion here on F Word Friday on Saucy and Friends in the morning. Pam Pam says I have a portable bidet.
Wow.
And my mom has one and thought it was a water fountain. Oh.
No, she wasn't drinking that. Please don't stop.
But that's what I thought it was, too. I didn't know it was. I saw it when we went to London. I didn't know
what the hell is this?
This water fountain next to the toilet. This must be toilet water. Oh, the toilet.
Let's go down the time. What are they called?
Entertainment news.
But what is it called? Click names.
Headlines.
Yes. Click names. The headlines of today. Let's see. We'll just kind of throw them out there. We got Dwayne Wade reveals he had 40% of his kidney removed after doctors found cancerous tumor cells. Really?
Who's this?
Dwayne Wade from the Chicago Bulls.
Is he from the Chicago? Miami Heat? Jesus.
I was convinced that it was the red one, and it could only be the Chicago Bulls.
Oh, God.
That's terrible. Well, he's only got 60% of his kidney, because that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
Can he get a kidney transplant?
So I was talking to a friend of mine who is going through whatever, and unless you are on your deathbed, you are not even put on the transplant list for a kidney transplant.
But I think your kidney grows back. Is it?
No.
The kidney liver.
Yeah, the kidney is one of those that you do need a transplant, but you have to have you could only have 12% function of the kidney before you're put on the transplant list.
But when you rich, can't you just buy one?
Well, on the black market.
On the black market.
Yeah, but like in general, you gotta wait until all the other patients that have been on the list for all these times get on there. And there's no dialysis is not something that can be stopped unless you have a fully functioning kidney.
I watched the sweetest little movie on Saturday. It was a Sabbath movie.
Amen.
And it was called Two Hearts, and it was about a transplant situation. And I was like, wow, that's really like that's you've gotta. That's really a bold thing. It's very, very courageous for people to do, to become a organ donor.
Yeah.
It's very scary. But
because I heard that process is very painful, and any organ transplant, like you getting your healthy body cut into to take a piece of your healthy body out,
right,
and then to heal from that, and then it
he
still might not work,
right.
He did play Chicago too.
See, told you.
Oh, okay.
That was his first one.
It said that inspired by Dwayne Wade's father, Dwayne Wade Sr., his father's own journey with prostate cancer, the younger Wade visited a doctor and shared that he had been having stomach issues, cramps, and that he was urinating slowly. So he said on the process of checking, like, why is my piss coming out slow? Why is my stream not powerful? Why is it a little weak? And after that, he decided to take himself a visit to the doctor, and that's when he discovered that.
Wow. And his father, they said, had prostate
cancer? His father
cancer?
also had the same thing, correct?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Prosecutors add 2 more women to Sean Combs' case.
He had superseding indictment. So that means that there was a bigger indictment on top of, there was more stuff added to, more charges and stuff added to the one that.
I think the United States should just file charges on Sean Diddy Combs on behalf of every woman in the United States.
Yes. Because at this point, he's Harvey Weinstein.
Right.
Completely.
Not only that, but women who he actually hasn't physically touched are now super disgusted by him, and we deserve compensation.
Because I have to keep on hearing about this sexual abuse that he's put through. I feel sexually abused in my
Me
own
too.
right.
I feel abused.
Yeah.
Me too.
I can't. What I don't want to hear is more repeated people coming up about Diddy.
Yeah.
It feels very. Y'all gotta do whatever y'all gotta do and keep him off of our timelines, because I don't feel any more feelings towards him now that more people are coming out. I'm already done with that.
Diddy, DEI, and migrants. I am over all of that. All of those 3 things I am over, honestly. Like, okay, it's do what you're doing.
Okay, it's bad. It's bad.
Right.
It's bad.
I don't
Okay.
wanna hear about it.
Lock him up.
Yeah.
Ryan White Maloney argued with fiance over a jacket before dying.
Who?
Soulja Boy says he's suing Bad Barbie for $10 million after she...
Is that a skip? You skipped the story? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I don't know who that is. Soulja Boy, I'm suing Bad Barbie for $10 million. You lied on my name. Soulja Boy is threatening to come after Catch You Outside Girl, both legally and
Why does he
physically.
even know who she is?
Exactly. After internet personality made alleged false claims about his personal life. Here's the Skinny in her new diss track, Overcooked. Oh, she's a rapper. I remember that.
Catch Me Outside.
Oh, yeah. Accused rival Alabama Barker, Travis Barker's daughter, of trying to steal her baby daddy, Levon, in addition to having intimate relations with both Soulja Boy and Tyga, who Bad Bobby claimed got Alabama pregnant. And this is 2 white girls dealing with black boys. It is none of our business at all. So we're gonna move on from Soulja Boy because
we got the audio real quick.
Oh, okay.
Let's see what they say.
Let's hear the diss track.
Let's see.
No, this is not the diss track. This is Soulja Boy saying that he was the first one to have sex with a white girl.
Oh, is that what it is?
You know he was the first one to do everything.
Oh, it's gone now.
He said I hit it first, like Ray J.
Ray J and Sukihana is having a good time.
Oh, are they together?
He smells her body parts
Don't
on
tell me
his
anything.
lips
I don't
all
want
the
to.
time. He said he want to walk around like this. ASAP Rocky's accuser says despite his inconsistent story, you can't start a story like that. Despite his inconsistent story, the truth is the rapper fired a gun at him. You're a snitch and a other one too.
Rats.
Because let me tell you something. I understand, and this is no, I'm not gonna say that because y'all gonna say I'm contradictory. Because I'm like your knuckles got grazed.
That's like Drake suing over a diss track.
Your knuckles got grazed. Sir.
Grazed.
I'm pretty sure that you've been shot at before.
But this is what I'm saying. Why is this a complete court case if his knuckles were grazed?
Yeah, like you want your ex-friend to go to jail for 22 years for grazing your knuckles? Is that what you want?
Yeah.
That's what you're doing? ASAP ain't saying nothing. This is a little different than Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion, because you didn't have to shoot that girl in her foot while she was naked with panties on, yelling in the car, drunk and stuff like that. But this one, you and your friend got into a skerfuffle, and then you ran away, and allegedly your friend fired a shot at you that grazed your knuckles, and now you are testifying against him in the courthouse. All right.
Is it because it was a premeditated knuckle graze?
Yes, maybe.
Oh, that's
We got some of the news testimony here.
ASAP Relly was back on the stand today for cross-examination, answering questions about his finances and career. At one point, he shouted to Rocky, quote, "You did this to yourself." Rocky is charged with 2 felony counts of assault with a semi-automatic firearm. His partner Rihanna was in court today for the second time. Rocky has pleaded not guilty.
So they revealed the court sketch of Rihanna. Y'all seen it?
I just saw it. Like, and why do we?
People were fascinated by the accuracy
of her head. Oh yeah.
This is highly accurate.
Yeah.
You could show the people the court
got
sketch.
a forehead, right?
Yeah, that's what they said. They said, "Oh wow, definitely got her forehead."
The artist was in his bag.
that is a lot of forehead.
That's messed up. Why they do that to her phone? Where's the hair at? Why they do that to her phone?
I mean, because that's what she looks like, though. Rihanna is one of her redeeming qualities is that head that she's been able to brand in a way that makes things right.
So Rihanna has always been known for her impeccable style, and her recent appearance at A$AP Rocky's assault trial was no different. While fans hoped to see a photograph of her in the courtroom, they were given a courtroom sketch instead. This gives us a glimpse into Rihanna's role in standing by her partner during a serious legal battle. Though the courtroom was relatively quiet and all of that, all of those things. But there's no commentary here. Rihanna's role and influence, or Rihanna's involvement in the trial, has sparked significant media attention. Known for being a private individual, her decision to attend the trial has raised questions about her commitment to Rocky during this challenging time. She has publicly expressed support for him, but her appearance in court serves as a powerful symbol of solidarity. She is not just a passive observer. Her role in the courtroom has made headlines because of her composure. Whether she's sitting in the front row as she did on Wednesday or quietly listening from the gallery, Rihanna remains focused on the case. Her fashion choices further solidify her position as someone who understands how to turn heads while maintaining professionalism. The courtroom sketch of Rihanna quickly went viral, offering fans a rare glimpse into the appearance in the courtroom. While it's not as dramatic as a photograph, the sketch provided the first look at Rihanna's attire on the 4th day of the trial. It shows her sitting between Rocky's family members, offering a powerful visual of support. Courtroom artists are often tasked with capturing a sense of the moment, and the sketch does just that. Rihanna's attire, hairstyle, and expression are meticulously illustrated, adding a layer of intrigue to the ongoing trial. Fans are eager to see more images of Rihanna in this setting, but for now, the sketch will have to suffice. So there she is,
for
Rihanna.
her.
In all her glory.
All right, Rihanna.
I stand with A$AP Rocky. That's cute.
That's right, girl. Oh, you stand by your man, girl. Stand by your man.
Shelly Ann Fraser, one of the Jamaica's top Olympians, she has a new hairline called Afime.
Oh.
AFIME. Afime. That's cute.
That is adorable.
That is very, very cute. So, support those brands and things like that.
And where can we get that? In Target?
She's on a press tour right now. Let's see where you can purchase her higher products from. It's probably going to be in like the Targets and the Walmarts where we're boycotting at the moment. The 8-time Olympic medalist took to social media on Saturday to announce that she will be promoting the hair care products 2 days in New York on February 1st and 2nd. The 38-year-old mother of one outlined the endeavor as a part of her press tour ahead of the grand opening. It's called the Afime, meaning it's mine in Jamaican patois, and a love letter to beautiful strength and heritage. We don't know where you can get them from right now, but as those develop, we'll let you guys know. Most likely on her website.
There's probably a lot of Jamaican black castor oil and things like that.
Yeah, ooh, that's probably good. If there is, I'm going to purchase it.
Me too. I feel me.
Yeah. And I don't believe that we have anything else to give to y'all today. The time be going by fast after the clock hit 11.
It do.
After that, be like, damn, how it become 11:10?
Yeah, we've been here all day.
Yeah.
Don't forget, it's all about where y'all going this weekend.
Oh, the Glow Ball.
Glow Ball.
The Glow Ball is tomorrow in Cambridge. If you want to go to a little event and have a good time, it's going to be catered from a lot of great people. And one of our favorites, Everybody Gotta Eat. There is going to be lots of prizes and raffles and all kinds of stuff. That's from 6 to 10 tomorrow at in Cambridge. And then if you're interested in supporting local performers, the visual arts and global cultures all under one roof, that's where you're going to go. It's going to be at the 41 2nd Street in Cambridge, Mass from 6 to 10, celebrating how art connects us all. This is the Glow Ball Gala. And it will be hosted by yours truly. So we about to have a good old time. We gonna have a funky good time. Yeah.
And tomorrow is also the Galentine's Day party. That's Miss Mayo's production. That will be at the Grand down in the Seaport. I believe that it's sold out. But I'll tell y'all all about it when I come back. And what else is going on this weekend? Of course, big shout out to them Teddy. He's celebrating his birthday all weekend, him and the boys. That's going to be a fun time. If you catch them outside anywhere, those guys are a good time. And, be good, drink responsibly, and strap up.
And don't forget, people, apply to the lotteries. Apply to the lotteries. Bloom on the Ave, Memento on Talbot.
Memento on Talbot, yes.
Memento on Talbot. Yep. Those are two that are going around right now. Bloom on the Ave closes on the 15th and Memento closes on the 26th. So you guys have time. You don't really need a lot of time. Just go apply. It's 7 questions.
Yep.
It's really easy. Just go apply to the lottery. If you get picked, then you can worry about it by then. But for right now, we just need you to apply because that is very good for you to do. We want y'all to become homeowners so that you can give back to your local community, aka Spark FM Online.
Amen.
With that said, we're sliding on to the side. We got Pam Pam at 1 o'clock, so keep it locked right here. Followed by
Mad Sound's gonna be in the building.
Mad Sound's gonna be in the building, and lots more to come. Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. Bye.
Bye.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
You are now listening to Spark FM.